there he is from Latvia, who will this year be playing his 4th NBA season. 7'3", Kristaps Porzingis. The last time he was on a floor in an NBA game was February 6th, 2018.
Hey, look, the Mavericks are long, that's for sure.
Luka tries.
Excuse me.
There you go, pull up by Luka. Here's Blake Griffin trying to feed Drummond, and a steal by Porzingis. DeLon Wright. He was slowed a little bit at the beginning of camp with the hamstring injury, but he's played these first 2 preseason games. He dishes the ball to Porzingis, who drills the mid-range jump shot.
I'm not going to start comparing people to Dirk, but he made it look that kind of easy as Drummond scores inside for Detroit. The Mavericks average 14 turnovers. Luka inside with the little runner.
Drummond with the pass, and this time Snell's corner 3 is on the money after he airballed his first corner 3-point attempt for the other side of the floor. Mavericks come down the floor and score again. To Snell for another 3. Drummond, who led the league last year in second chance points, missed on the putback. Hustle by Blake Griffin. Offensive rebound, and thundering it home is Drummond. For 3, Porzingis again. A thing of beauty. Dorian Finney-Smith, who spent the first 3 years of his career with Dallas, he comes in with 2 early fouls on Porzingis. And on the post-up, Griffin, too big, too strong, too deep. He scores against Finney-Smith.
Excellent finish that time by Drummond inside.
Jackson brings it up the floor. Drummond, not just a good shot blocker, also a good steals guy as well. He was 8th in the league last year in both blocks per game and steals per game, but he got turned away by Kleba with a loose ball on the perimeter, finds Tony Snell, and he drills a 3. They were just 107 a game last year, which in this NBA makes you 25th in the league, scoring 107 a game, as Dorian Finney-Smith hits a 3 out of the corner. Luke Kennard is in the game, and he shoots a 3, and he hits a 3.
They're still waiting on Luke, too.
As a loose ball goes to Seth Curry for a corner 3. Into the corner to Langston Galloway. Galloway able to retrieve a difficult pass and keep the possession intact for Detroit. And a possession that ends with Luke Kennard hitting his second 3 of the first quarter. Since the timeout at 3:23, the 2 teams have traded 3. Seth Curry for Dallas, Luke Kennard for Detroit. And off the double pump inside, Luka with a deuce. Cross-court pass. Rose short on a corner 3. And an easy claim of that rebound for Finney-Smith.
Good find.
Inside to Boban.
Excellent find. You think of Seth as a guy that's just going to get buckets. He's a pretty good heads-up passer as well. Rose all the way to the rim with the left hand. Well, their focus isn't what he can't do, Mark. It's what he does as Derrick Rose gets inside for a nifty finish.
Rose a deflection to the floor. Brunson. Porzingis moves it along. Hardaway a pull-up. Yes, sir.
You said it right. The ball moving.
Kennard, a little one-legged fadeaway, and it's Finney-Smith with a rebound, and he rifles an outlet pass ahead to Tim Hardaway Jr. A spin move. Rose went down with a little bump. Not enough contact for any call, and it's 2 more points for Hardaway. Averaged 18 points a game. 19 a game with New York, 15 a game with Dallas, as the jumper's hit by Derrick Rose. Jalen Brunson, lefty finish for Brunson on the drive. Talked to him a little bit after practice on Saturday, and he said just having that first year of NBA experience under his belt, and he thinks that obviously a lot of room for his game to grow this season. Brunson, change of direction to the basket again.
Nifty, strong, great decision that time.
Wide open trail 3, Markieff Morris.
It's a good preseason game.
Porzingis, pull up, good.
He's tough. Not just a 3-point shooter, Maverick fans.
Hardaway for 3 in transition, and on the money. How about this second quarter for Tim Hardaway Jr.? The only player to appear in more games out of the second round of the 2018 draft is Detroit's Bruce Brown, who starts for them as Brunson hits another shot. Detroit got the ball out of the trap and moved it to the other side of the floor for the open 3 that Galloway misses.
Galloway, a pretty good 3-point shooter, too.
Pull up 3, Hardaway. What a second quarter for Tim Hardaway Jr. He is hot. Rose, no good. Dallas does well to keep Markieff Morris off the glass. They get in transition. Seth Curry, contested 3 and still good. Galloway had a hand right in his face and just had the look on his face of nothing I can do about that. It's a 13-1 Dallas run before that Reggie Jackson basket inside. Marjanovic softens up the defense with a screen. Luka drives and finds right in the corner for a 3-ball. Mavs in front by 15. 13 now on the slam dunk by Wood off the pocket pass from Blake Griffin. Snell cuts to the basket. Snell.
See, those are the kind of plays Brown can make for you.
Pick and roll involving Luka and Porzingis, and the floater's good for Luka.
So nice.
There's Griffin, one of those sequences where he felt the body of the defender and then spun and scored. It's in the hands of Luka, and he will attempt the last shot and is fouled in the process of doing so.
Oh.
Nice crossover. Oh, now that is something else.
And a guy like Drummond allowing Porzingis to just work him, crossed him up and knocked him down, knocked the jump shot down, fading away somewhat.
Up top of the lob, and Porzingis with a follow after Luka was lobbing it up for Klima. He screens for Luka, who drives and lays it in.
He can do whatever he wants on the basketball court.
Certainly a lot to give you enthusiasm and excitement about how the two will grow together moving forward. Of course, have the benefit of youth, meaning they can do it together for a longer period of time.
Absolutely.
That quintet's on the floor here at the beginning of the third quarter, and Kleba is on the board now as he puts back the miss by Porzingis. Drive to the cup, Blake Griffin. Well, back down work here for Porzingis. They come down to the double, into the shot clock. Luka drains it. Inside Bruce Brown after Snell missed a three. Inside, Drummond blocks Luka. Bruce Brown with the ball, leading the break, and Drummond. Defense on one end, and the big man runs the floor, and they throw the big dog a bone at the other end to reward him for the D. Blake Griffin a three, and another timeout taken by the Mavs. And then a strong move made up the baseline, and a finish by Andre Drummond.
Drummond has turned himself into a pretty legit offensive player.
Reggie Jackson looked in the corner, took the shot, and hit it.
Remember in that second quarter, the Mavericks went to their bench. And really...
Oh, what a finish by Porzingis off a high alley-oop pass from Luka.
I don't think you can throw a pass too high for Porzingis. He's that long.
Long three, Luka. Yes, sir.
It's a good-looking stroke there. Stopped on the dime, hit the brakes, and pulled the trigger.
Corner three. Tony Snell answers.
Got to cut off that dribble penetration right now from Detroit's guards.
Drummond gave it up. Rainbow three, Reggie Jackson. Luka accelerates to the paint. Went to Finney Smith. He'll drive it. Layup no good, but he is so good on the offensive boards and follows in his own miss.
Yeah, he's good at that. He's a quick jumper.
Finney Smith healthy again last year after only 21 games the previous year. Played 81 last year. Same number that he played as a rookie. Blake Griffin for three.
Well, you have to respect his ability to make threes nowadays.
Jalen Brunson steps around Derrick Rose. Nicely done. Brunson is 4 of 4, 8 points off the bench. Right down Broadway. Detroit shot to tie the game here in the third quarter on one possession. If someone fires a three, they're shooting to tie it, but it's not a three. It's a two by Rose. 1 point game. Luke Kennard defending Tim Hardaway Jr. Both players had hot streaks in the first half, and maybe Hardaway can resume the hot streak that he had in the second quarter as he drills that jumper. Kennard for three. Luke Kennard is 3 for 5 from the floor in this game, including 3 of 4 from downtown. And it's a score inside for Thon Maker, and Detroit leads. By the way, points off turnovers favor Dallas 16-9. But the Pistons take the lead at 88-86 on the basket inside by Thon Maker. Thon Maker with the steal. Rose in transition. Langston Galloway, quick three and good. Detroit outscored the Mavs in the last 10:21 of the third quarter, 36-21. And they've opened up the fourth quarter by scoring the first 7 points. It was the Mavs and Phoenix Suns in January of 2017 down there in Mexico City as Derrick Rose hits the shot.
Dallas hadn't found an answer for what the Pistons are doing offensively.
There's an answer. Tim Hardaway Jr. stopping a 16-2 Detroit run. Seth Curry blocked by Maker. Ball out of bounds, and it's off Seth Curry. Thon Maker came to Detroit last year at the deadline. Remember that New Orleans, Detroit, and Milwaukee had a three-way trade that brought Mirotic to the Milwaukee Bucks. He was the biggest name in the deal. Rose.
That's old Derrick Rose right there. Chicago Rookie of the Year. Explosive to the rim.
Luke Kennard. That is 4 threes that he's made in the game. Brunson missed a layup.
Got to get back.
because Derrick Rose is coming downhill. Antonius Cleveland is in the game, and Cleveland fouled him as Rose scored the basket. Brunson just went to the free throw line and made all three. And now with a chance for three the hard way is Thonmaker. Roby hustles after a loose ball. Cuts to the basket, and the ball falls for Antonius Cleveland, who jams it home. And it's Morris taking it back to the hole and scoring this time.
Nice play.
Roby rolling and finishing off the feed from Josh Reeves. Timeout Detroit. Luke Kennard with a drive to the basket. Oh, goes on the reverse.
Just ask Jalen Brunson.
Yes, sir. Just ask Dwight Powell.
Ask Dwight Powell. Ask Manu Ginobili.
I believe Dwight Powell was drafted at that same spot Roby was, 45th overall. Close games that 2 times Mavs and Pistons played last year. The home team held serve. Mavs won at home, 106-101 in late January. Cleveland had a little bit of time with Atlanta after his injury in the 27-18 season as well. All of last year, though, was spent in the G League for Antonius Cleveland, playing at Santa Cruz as Luke Kennard nails a three. Markieff Morris will walk into a three. Can you hear me over there?
Take one of my ears.
Eric Holman for three, the rookie from Mississippi State. Been a long time since we've been at American Airlines Center, and it will be good to be there for a game on Friday night. Eric Holman looking for a couple of threes here down the stretch and hits that one.